Hey, what's up guys? My name is Drew. I'm here at the cabin, aka my home studio. Today I'm going to be starting a brand new YouTube series on creating tones and doing different things with the Helix. The Helix Stadium just dropped probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. I figured now that the Helix Stadium dropped, what a better time than to start a brand new YouTube series on the Helix Floor. I think just about everyone and their brother has now transitioned over to the Helix Stadium. So just like Line 6, I'll be still supporting the Helix Floor. So the new YouTube series, the whole point of it isn't to teach per se, even though I'm gonna kind of show some stuff, how I create tones in my workflow. It's really because I haven't scratched the surface on the Helix yet. I've had it for, I don't know, 1.5 years, maybe 2 years now. And I've kind of fell into that trap of finding 1 or 2 amps, 1 or 2 tones, one mic that I like, 2 cabs, 3 amps tops. Every time I turn on my Helix and with the intention of creating something new or learning something, I kind of just pick up my guitar and start meandering, right? And start going right into it. I'm challenging myself to try to go through all the different features from the amps and cabs and the mics to trying out all the effects, even the legacy stuff that I just discovered was in there pretty much a couple months ago. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be challenging for myself. If you guys do have feedback for me, obviously leave it in the comments. Hopefully it's constructive. I don't know if all my tones are going to sound good. I'm doing them on my studio monitors, using my ears, using my interface with my guitar. Obviously results are going to vary. Who knows what it's going to sound like on someone else's system. The whole point is I just want to get better. I want to get more confident doing projects like this. So with no further ado, let's hop right into the very first Helix Sessions tone creating series episode. All right, everyone, we are now in HX Edit software. I'm going to be just going ahead, go through the signal chain real quick here. Right now I don't have an amp or cab selected, so my dry signal currently sounds like so. I do have some stuff that I created on a template. It consists of a looper in the very beginning of the signal chain, Cal EQ graphic EQ that's going to be shaping some of the tone from my guitar going into the front of the amp. All I've done here is I've pulled down some of the 80 hertz and some of the 240 hertz, as well as I boosted some of the mids and high mids. My guitar, my PRS CE24. Tends to have a little more of a boomy quality to the pickups, so nice little way to shape the color of the tone before it even hits the amp. Then I'm going into a deluxe compressor. I have it sort of just taming any transients or anything that's jumping out. Very, very quick attack time, medium release, 2-to-1 ratio. So we're not actually doing anything to shape the color, just to try to tame any transients, as I mentioned. I also have a parametric EQ that I always put right after my cab lock. And within the parametric is where I like to do my low cut and high cut, as opposed to doing them on the cab itself. I don't have anything right now boosted or lowered on any of the bands because I don't really know what we need yet. So then we're going down to path 2, and I always have some form of a reverb down here. Right now I have a dynamic room, 1.4 decay time, 33% mix. And I did some various things, cut some of the low gain, did some low pass and high cut. Yeah, I did some high cut down to 3 hertz, low cut down to 100. Then it goes into an LA studio comp. Very, very mellow. Once again, it kind of just, at the very end of it, kind of creates like a smooth quality to it. Came from a tip that I found through Jason Seditis' channel, where he always puts an LA studio at the end. Jason refers to it as it adds some glue to the mix. In my ear, it just kind of adds some smoothness to it, and it just tames any other real big frequency or volume spikes at the very end of the chain. And then I have a tilt EQ at the very end. Don't necessarily know if I'm going to have to use it or not, but this is something that is kind of just helpful. I'm creating the tone to my speakers. So if I bring it somewhere, or if let's say I listen to it on different speakers or listen to it in headphones, I can easily just set this at 1000 kilohertz, or I can go down to 750 and just kind of tilt it up towards the high end a little bit, or vice versa if I'm going on some speakers that have a lot more highs to it. I have no rhyme or reason as to how I'm going to choose amps in the order or any type of order in which I want to do them. So what made sense to me was just start at the top. So I want to hit eventually within the series to try every single one of these amps. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of them. So hopefully all those are going to become videos. We'll see how this one goes, I guess. So I'm going to start with the WhoWatt 100 amp, which is modeled after a Hiwatt amp. And then I just happen to know that the cab that this one comes with is the Hiwatt 412. The 412 Hiwatt 100 watt amp cab. And just because it interests me, I just kind of like to go into this screen here under Helix Help/models, and you could see, you know, this amp was based on the Hiwatt DR-103 Brill. Then you could show some details as to, you know, who kind of made this amp, who was known for using this amp. So obviously Peter Townshend of The Who from the 60s, as well as David Gilmour, Pink Floyd in the 70s. Full disclaimer, I'm not going to be trying to recreate any of these individuals' tones. I'll be lucky if I, you know, create a tone that sounds half decent to myself. But that's the challenge I'm facing today, right? And then you can see down here under the 412s, same thing with the cab. And I just kind of just like seeing where it came from. And then, you know, I even go to YouTube and just kind of watch the actual amp be played and see how others, you know, used it. The Hiwatt AP Fane is the cab. I guess let's just hear how that sounds. So I just added the amp, just added the cab. I haven't made any changes to it yet. And let's see what we got. I know everyone has a different workflow when it comes to setting up a tone. First off, I'm going to take the high cut off on the cab because, as I mentioned, I do the high cut at the Parametric EQ right next door to the cab there. So I got no high cut. So we start off on a 57 dynamic, a Shure dynamic microphone. I know the microphone really colors the tone on amps. The speaker and the microphone, as I understand, really color the tone. Obviously, the amp's going to have different qualities as well, but you know, those choices are particularly important. I kind of just came to the microphone models that are within the Helix. No rhyme or reason as to how I'm going to choose this. I'm just going to try to go with one of these Neumanns for this particular rig. So let's see. I'm going to start with the 67 Condenser. Right off the bat, I'm going to pull this back by about 5 inches. I'm going to start with it, you know, right in the center. Let's just hear what that sounds like. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a little loop because for me, it's difficult to play and then adjust and play and then adjust, especially when it comes to something like the microphone positions and the high and low cut, and as well as the EQ on the amp itself. It's going to be very repetitive, so apologies for that in advance. All right, so now I'm going to really kind of mess around with the distance here. Let me do one other thing too. I'm going to turn the volume up. So I'm just turning the channel volume up on the actual amp. You can hear a little better. Okay, so all the way forward. Pull it all the way back. Now I'm going to move the position around a little bit here. I'm just trying to hear for the drastic changes or where That's a drastic change. When you pull it all the way here, it completely loses high-end clarity. Start bringing it back, you start gaining it back. So the cap edge is always kind of interesting. I feel like the cap edge in most cases sounds good. Move it a little bit in from the cap edge. All right, now just for the heck of it, oh, well, let me go over to the high cut now. So what I do with the high cut is I'll pull the high cut all the way down. You can hear I lost all of my high cut now, or all of my high end. I'm gonna roll it on, and I'm gonna take note of what the very first time that to my ears it starts to sound somewhat good. That's too much gone. All right, so I think 3.5 is where to my ears it starts to sound like it's passable, and I'm gonna try to go as high to see, you know, where it becomes a little too harsh. All right, I think right around 8 comes really harsh right around 8. So now I can kind of play between, what I say, 2.5, 3.5. Kind of play around between those frequencies, and, you know, I think kind of anywhere in the middle here. I'm gonna stay at 7, and let's do the same with the high cut, low cut. Well, I kind of know what the low cut, especially because I'm not in a mix right now. I'm just doing this, you know, by myself. I don't really need to cut out too many frequencies unless I'm in a mix or just playing to join a mix. So, let me keep that at 100. All right, just for my own interest, I'm gonna try out the 47 in the exact same position that I'm in here. Yeah, I think I like the 67 better. Yeah, that's kind of another thing about this, you know, the endless tweaking capabilities here. Sorry. Let me save everyone's sanity there. You kind of do have to just call time of death on your decision making on some of these, and you could always come back to them. I think it sounds good for a start here. And actually, I am going to do one thing. I'm going to turn my my reverb a little bit. Let me turn it up to like 2.5. I feel like the Hiwatt amp is definitely more of a clean amp. And so, you know, we're going to throw a little overdrive on it as an option. But let me just hear how it sounds with a little... endless meandering, right? Yeah, it sounds kind of good. So now I'm going to play around with the parameters within the actual amp. So my methodology for this, I kind of also use a loop. Another really simple one, but I want to do something where I'm kind of slapping some low end, doing some palm muting, kind of hitting a high transiented note, just kind of have it all in one loop so that it kind of, you can hear how the different parameters being moved, impact those things. So I don't know, give it a shot here. Oh, that was horrible. Try that one more time. Oh, Jesus. We're going with it. All right, so I can't live with that, guys. All right, there we go. I can live with that. So now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try to understand how the drive and the master impact the tone, right? So I'm gonna turn down the drive first. I'm gonna turn the master all the way up. The drive really impacts the volume. Let's get master back down to 6, and now I'm gonna drive the drive. I'm gonna turn down the channel volume to make up for that, right? So that's with drive all the way up. Now I kind of already know this is more of a clean amp, so that's kind of what I'm gonna be going for here. Maybe edge of breakup. Turn that channel back up. This master. I'm going to create just another kind of like an open chorded loop here. I know, guys. Hopefully I'll get better. So now let's see. I'm going to mess with the mid. I feel like this is like a very bright amp anyways. Let's see how the trigger. Still sounds a little harsh. I'm gonna tame down the treble a little bit here. I have the bass exactly where it was defaulted at because I feel like this amp is kind of bright, so it's yeah, I'm just gonna keep it where it was there. All right. I'm not gonna mess with the sag, hum, ripple. Well, I'm actually gonna turn down the hum a little bit. I usually turn down the sag and the hum from the defaults, just because to my ear I can't really tell what they do, and I mean it doesn't really feel important for me to have that parameter be, you know, boosted. Let me try that loop one more time. Oh, I already forgot I changed it. All right, I'm gonna mess with this the high cut one more time here. So to tame some of that high end, I could definitely move this mic around. I could change the mic too, but I'm not gonna. That's part of the challenge, right? Just trying to use what I'm given here. So I'm gonna move this off a little bit more cap edge. I always find myself landing on the cap edge. It gets brighter the further away I go, right? Alright, I'm calling time of death on it now, guys. I think that's gonna be it. I'm gonna throw a delay in here. Just gonna use a simple delay. Let's throw it on at about 435 milliseconds. Let's take the mix down a little bit here. All right. It sounds kind of good. All right, I'm gonna add a boost. Let's boost it up here. Let's try, surprise, surprise, the valve driver, and I'm gonna add a gate to this. Let's tame some of that high end, or let's tame some of that noise. All right, this is default with the default settings here. take some of this bass down. Boost the level. That really colors the tone, huh? I'm going to turn some of the drive down on the amp. And make up for it on the kind of drive the preamp here. Oh man, the compression. I'm gonna throw one more loop on, and probably the last thing I do here. I'm just trying to make it feel like more of an overdriven natural tone than so much saturation how there was. so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to kind of use the parametric. I'm going to boost each one of the bands about 8 dB, and then I'm just going to sweep them and see if there's anything that sticks out to me that is kind of is really rumbling or really just doesn't sound good to my ears. Maybe right around here. Yeah, 300. I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit. Keep the Q at 7. I am going to turn the Q up a little bit just to make it more of a narrow band there, so I can really carve out that area I was looking at. I'm doing the same with the mid. Three 3.2 sounds a little like very whiny. All right, so this is with the EQ bypassed. With EQ. Apparently I have only one lick today, so all right, guys, that's all I got for you today. So that was the Hiwatt 100 amp, or the WhoWatt 100 amp in the Line 6 Helix Floor. edited through HX Edit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And I certainly am looking forward to doing more of these just because it helps me, dig into these things that I really haven't looked into. I've never used this amp ever before. So, I just want to get myself to, challenge myself to start learning the different sounds of these amps and getting all these different, the mics and cabs and all of that stuff. So I'm excited about doing this series. And I hope you guys will join. Please leave comments, feedback you think I can improve upon, or you think didn't really work for this. Please feel free to give me tips in the comments. So appreciate it, guys. Until next time, see you later.